Bantamweight championship fight between Aljamin Sterling and TJ Dillashaw. Well, he was a three-time NCAA qualifier as a Cal State Fullerton wrestler. He is a former two-time UFC Bantamweight champion. He is Tyler Jeffrey Dillashaw, and he is ready to add to his legacy here tonight.
And for all those wrestling accomplishments, he doesn't even need to use it. He's become a great striker under Dwayne Ludwig, a guy that can beat you with kicks, a guy that can beat you with the boxing, and the footwork is something that we haven't seen in the UFC for a very long time. TJ Dillashaw is one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. And
he is truly in his element on fight night. Absolutely loves the bright lights and everything that fight night entails. Another big spot for Dillashaw here tonight. Well, he has successfully defended the title, and that is the goal in front of him yet again tonight. The UFC's Bantamweight champion of the world. And not only does he believe he is the best right now, he believes he is the best 135-pound fighter of all time. If you want to be in that class tonight, certainly one this young man has got to have. Our tail of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Dillashaw is 3 years his senior. Sterling will have a 4-inch reach advantage. We send it inside the octagon. The veteran voice is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Herb Dean. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 18 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, introducing the challenger, TJ Dillashaw. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 21 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Uniondale, New York, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Bantamweight champion of the world.
We give you instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves this weekend.
Ready.
Well, these guys have been on each other's radars for quite some time. Tonight, it shall be done. Both guys well-rounded. You think we're getting a kickboxing match tonight or what?
You just don't know, right? You don't know who's going to be able to employ their strategy the way that they need to. This is a close fight on paper, and also in every performance we have seen them put on, these guys seem to be the mirror image of each other.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Oh! Big head kick. Oh! A couple of chins here being tested early. Whoa!
Dude's hurts. Serve him up. Go get him.
All right, here we go, early round one. We talk about wrestling being a great equalizer in MMA, but length and reach is another one. He's got a great jab. We'll see if he can employ it tonight.
You have got to be born with it, right? You don't get taller. When you're a tall guy, you have to understand, make your skill set match your physical abilities. And this guy has done this tremendously.
Oh, it's a beautiful kick right there. I don't know if you've ever been kicked by a mule. Probably feels something like that.
It has to. This guy is landing this kick with so much force.
Visibly limping here.
Way to hide that leg kick.
While the body was wide open, his opponent took advantage. Kick to the body, lands flush. He's going to have to make some adjustments here moving forward. Nice punch there by Sterling. Oh, big knee to the body. That'll soften him up. Oh, combinations here. Oh! Wow, huge head kick. The strikes continuing to pile up. 27 total strikes, as you see there, have landed for Aljamin Sterling.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back in range.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Massive knee to the body land.
Stuffing the takedown, no problem.
Right into the finish. Nice takedown. Oh!
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful move. Oh, is he an active pursuer of the submission?
Oh, wow. Oh!
Nicely done. Dillashaw's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
Into the final minute now of this championship fight. "45 seconds remain in the round. Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from Bout. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, now we take a look back at some of the highlights. He has had his kicking game going early and often tonight.
I mean, on point, right? He knew that this was going to be a way for him to take control of this fight. He's used those kicks to really put him out ahead. And I'm not sure if his opponent has the ability to adjust and stop him from landing these over and over.
All right, we'll see how it goes here in this next round. A high number of kicks landed there in the previous round, At some point, these are going to really start to take their toll.
They do start taking effect whenever you're taking kick after kick after kick. And watching him fight with that knowledge and that patience shows his fight IQ.
Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch, DC. Oh, how about it? Huge kick landed. Almost in range with the straight left, but that's a miss. All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're going to sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand, jab, right hand, hook. That's 2 pieces of chicken and a biscuit. Finish him off with the uppercut. That is your soda. I mean, come on, man. Let this guy have the whole thing.
67 total strikes have landed for Aljamin Storm. Well, pretty efficient with the striking attempts thus far, landing with 65% accuracy against TJ Dillashaw. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts.
This is a terrible position.
Oh, he postured up there.
Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Dillashaw. A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation.
Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Bottom fighter trying to control. He's out. Dillashaw's lower jaw very swollen now. Time to bite down on the mouthpiece and move forward. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Just out of the range with that right hand.
I mean, he's cutting down the size with these beautiful leg kicks.
Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. And that one was heavy. Huge fist being rained down by TJ Dillashaw.
They got him. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. 45 seconds remain in the round. Sterling gets... Oh! Oh, look at that. He leapt up and landed the diving punch to the head. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent. All right, working inside the closed guard now. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Dillashaw.
Down into his mouth.
Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to land big shots from the top.
well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs, and in survival mode, luckily he made it to the end of that round.
Listen up. You've been here before, all right? That was nothing. You're gonna go out there, just stay on the outside, and take it. All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right.
Whoa! Aljamin Sterling pouring it on. Oh, straight right. Oh! Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Jab hurt him a little bit.
Man, look how quickly he gets that foot to the target. Head kick there, blocked by Sterling.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
Trying to hammer that lead leg. He's looking to land the right, just out of range.
Man, he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, man, this guy kicks like a mule.
So hard. He kicks so hard every time you can see him drive his shin into his opponent.
So we've hit the century mark, 100 total strikes. Oh, big knee!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Wow, what a head kick. All right, less than 3 minutes to go now in round number 3. Oh! Nice defense there, huge block.
Rotates the lock and throws it way through the air. What a massive takedown.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Dillashaw. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
Oh, he gets up here, but he is on wobbly legs.
Nice strike.
Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. How about that shin? Swing and a big miss. That one appeared to stun him.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Spinning back fist. Sterling gets hit with a kick here. Let's see how he responds. Well, not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure. Oh, he's really starting to light him up now. Going back to his patented kicks here, but unable to find the target there. And that one certainly found the target. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. Oh, working hard here against the fence. We'll see if he can get the takedown. Try to establish that jab. Final seconds of round 3. Sterling gets caught with that punch. Oh. And we got a fight on our hands. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, so that's the end of the round. The cut on the cheek is only getting worse. Thankfully, it is below the eye and not above it, but still a source of adversity for him here. All right, so there's the horn at the end of the round. Multiple takedowns landed for him over the previous 5 minutes.
And you know what, John? Even more importantly, look at the opponent now. He's afraid to pull the trigger because he's been taken down so many times. Getting taken down is one thing, but having it happen to you continuously really does make you gun-shy. And right now, he's very tentative to let his offense go because of the fear of getting taken down back to the mat again.
Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Trying to kick the leg out. Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. And they separate. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Out of range with that kick attempt. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Oh, crippling knee to the body. Wow!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Just misses with the jab there.
A nice kick.
Well, Sterling's got a very unorthodox striking style, a lot of different weapons in his arsenal, and a lot of those have been on display here in this one.
Oh, that was a
beautiful entry as he secures the double leg takedown. Looks like he's going after the leg. We'll see if he can get the submission. And he's out. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Dillashaw.
Ooh-wee, what a right hand by this young man.
Now connects with a right. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Dillashaw. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Good work from the top here by Sterling.
He's putting him in exactly the position he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Oh, eats a knee to the head. Nice punch there. Oh!
He was hurt. Serve him up. Go get it. No! Oh, my God.
Oh! Oh! Oh, he might be in trouble here after that big diving punch.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Oh!
Nicely done. Man, look how flexible those legs are. He's got him in rubber guard. I don't think I could do that if I tried.
I mean, John, Don't sell yourself short. You just might be able to do it, but if you do, John, you're doing it with the idea that you're slowing everything down as a defensive fighter. There are submissions, right? There are submissions, but they're very rare submissions that we don't see used very often in the UFC.
Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing. He's hurt bad. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Oh, attempting to go for the leg now.
Oh, wow, oh!
Then he's out. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Dillashaw. Oh, seamless transition to half guard there.
Unbelievable how quickly he was able to slice that leg through to get to the half guard.
Dillashaw's trying for the Kimura submission here. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're gonna fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round, and a lot of good offensive wrestling work from him over those previous 5 minutes.
I mean, great offensive wrestling. Every time he changed levels and got to his opponent's legs, he was able to secure the takedown. Let's see what type of fatigue his opponent will carry into the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round. Pinpoint accuracy on that kick.
No windup, no tell, just a brutal kick.
Well, that one should leave a mark. Outstanding leg kick employed there by Dillashaw. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent. Whoa!
What a fantastic...
Whoa! All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, side control now. Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. Sterling's going for the arm submission.
Oh, nice.
And he's out. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Well, there are a few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Good, solid strike on the ground. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
Oh, he gives up his back here, DC. That's something that you almost never would do.
No, you got to try not to give up your back, especially on a guy that's this good with the top control from the back.
Whoa!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he dove and he lands. Wow! Oh, nice straight punch there. Must be nice to have a reach advantage like this, DC. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these.
Oh!
Side control now. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. All right, it's a good ground and pound by him here. Certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Sterling's able to make a nice transition there back into side control. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame.
Sterling's trying to lock up on a submission now.
Oh, wow, oh!
Nicely done. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Real nice body kick lands.
Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
"20 seconds to go in the fight. Whoa! He's out!
He's done, he's done! Oh my goodness, what a fight.
Well, you've got to admire the approach there. Just eternally aggressive down the stretch, late in the fight, lands the huge shot cleanly, and clearly hurt his opponent very badly. He wanted to make sure the judges stayed out of this fight. Mission accomplished. All right, we'll take a look back at the highlights. You know we're going to find that nasty head kick somewhere in this highlight rip. Just an incredible result for him here tonight.
A very nice head kick to finish the fight, but don't ignore all the work he did with his hands, and give credit to the opponent. The opponent was in there every step of the way, and in order to get a fight of the night like you got tonight, both guys have to be willing to participate.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called to stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 45 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight champion of the world, Aljamin Punkmaster Sterling.
All right, a lot of people thought we would hear and new, and still the UFC's undisputed bantamweight champion. He gets it done by knockout tonight.
He had no doubt that he was the better fighter. He said, guys, everybody's picking this kid to beat me. I'm still here. I'm still the man, and he showed that tonight that he definitely is the man, and he's still the UFC champion.